It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it. Every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday is the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook. It's the podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.
Top of the morning to you, Facers.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yep, it did it to me again, but top of the morning to you. Woo! It's always something. Always something. Lavelle.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to quit messing with stuff. I'm gonna have to quit messing with stuff.
I imagine so.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
You said you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hit the mute by accident. Anyway, top of the morning to you, man. We got another doozy for you today.
Yeah, man. Before you jump in there, man, did our brother Craig send you a love offer?
He sent me a lunch. Go get some lunch, man. And I shouted him out. Yeah.
Man, big shout out to Craig, man. I was coming out the bathroom and said, ding, I'm like, what is this? Right there, brother Craig. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Craig a good dude, man. Craig is
we're gonna have to all go and kick it one day soon. Like go grab something. I just come to the crib.
Hey, man, this your host with the most, man. Top of the morning to you. Happy Monday morning, man. This Lavelle Salter, Tony Mays. We are in here live and in living color, brother.
Man.
We got a doozy. We got a doozy today, bro.
What's up, Andrea?
We got a doozy today. And I don't know. The men might be a little mad at me. I don't know. But I'm gonna counter it today. We're gonna say what we're gonna say, but then we're gonna turn around and counter it, if that makes sense.
Man, iron supposed to sharpen iron, bro. You get mad, then it's a problem.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
The way it's supposed to happen. Good morning. Bring it. So let's just jump on in here, man. Ain't no need of holding it. Men.
Get down.
Men. How do we gain or keep a woman in a relationship when we are not intentional in the way we pay attention or not pay attention to them? How do we gain or keep a woman? Well, how do we gain or keep a woman in a relationship when we are not intentional in the way we pay attention or not pay attention? Most of us don't pay attention at all to them.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that? I'm gonna help y'all out a little later. I'm gonna help us out a little bit.
Help the people, dog. Help the people.
I'm gonna do the best I can. This is important. Like, this is a important aspect of relationships, believe it or not. I know y'all don't want to believe it, but this is an important aspect of relationships. And if we are not being intentional with our women, if we don't be intentional, guess what? Somebody else will.
Yes, sir.
So if we don't be intentional, somebody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Jody gets the girl and be gone?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Lavelle?
Yeah, because you ain't probably not paying no attention. You're not tending to your business.
Mm. You're not being attentive to your business, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So most of the women could probably agree that y'all like to be showered with compliments. Y'all like for us to notice things about you. I know this for a fact. Y'all love for us to notice things, the small things too. And if we are not noticing those things, and Jody is noticing those things, what you think gonna happen?
Somebody gonna come up short.
It is very important for us, for our men, to pay attention, especially to the small stuff. I just said it. Some women seek attention from what they are not getting in relationship. I said I know this for a fact because my wife can buy some new boots. And I'm like, hey, boots. But she wants me to say, oh, you look cute in those boots. It's just, I'm telling, like, when I tell you the small stuff, like, we have to be intentional and noticing these things. When we don't notice the color of their eyes, or I got a video. I sent it to you, didn't I? But when we don't notice the color of their eyes, or what they have on, or just it's like they are emotional creatures, bro. And when we don't pay attention,
you ain't gonna be able to be too frisky with Monica because Pepper gonna kill your ass. Pepper coming for blood, Doc. I'm tell you, man. She ain't playing with me.
Pepper don't want us. Like, if we trying to be effective with each other, she comes getting right in the middle. Like,
yeah, I just thought I'd probably throw it in there. That was so. We're gonna have to bring Pepper on the show.
Pepper is not playing, bro, at all. When I tell you she ain't playing, bro, she ain't playing.
Man, she dead serious.
Dead ass serious. Let me see where I thought I sent it to you. Maybe I sent it to Monica. I don't know. I'll be sending you stuff, Monica stuff. I don't know. Maybe I sent it to you.
Well, if there's one you got in the queue, then I've seen that one, but I thought you was talking about another one you guys sent as well.
Yeah. It is another. Me and David have a slogan. I won't let you outlove me. That's good. Ooh. We always trying to one up each other. I'm losing on purpose.
Yeah, I miss Yolanda. I see you think you slick.
But don't lose on purpose, because then he might feel like, yeah. Don't lose on purpose now.
David said he likes stroking it hard.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Look, I don't know what happened over the weekend, y'all, but yeah. First of all, shout out to Lavelle. Lavelle created us a page instead of a group page. We got the group page, but he also created us a fan page, so we can actually eventually we'll be able to go live to that page as well, and hopefully it'll send y'all some kind of notification. But shout out to all the people who liked and followed that particular page. I think we had over 100 and some people follow that page, but also in our group, we had a surge, and Lavelle and I don't know where the invite where the Meet Your Men part came from Lavelle.
I don't know what happened, bro.
But we had a huge surge in our group over the weekend, and it grew by like 90 overnight.
I didn't do it.
And Lavelle said he didn't do it. So I don't know if because maybe we attached the page. I don't know. I can't tell y'all why. But anyway.
Man, I was looking at the thing with the names, and I was just baffled. I'm like, who did this? I'm talking about, and it said I did it. Hold on, it did it again. It said it just did it 3 hours ago. It welcomed some more people. I'm not doing it.
The admin is automatic. Like when you bring,
I know, but I'm saying it's saying let's welcome our new members. Like the one that happened 15 hours ago, it got almost, bro,
90-some people.
Yeah. It did it again 3 hours ago, and it got maybe like 5 or 6 people. But I'm not doing it.
Well, maybe the group, when we create that page, it changed the group to public because that group wasn't public at first. So maybe the group is public now.
It still say private.
Oh, well, I don't know. Because I invited people. I send invites out unless I accidentally send invites out to when I was under the page. Anyway, we ain't gonna.
But it's saying my name. It ain't saying your name.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know neither, Doc. I know we 201 members in the group. So
shout out to Facebook.
Nah, I swear. Maybe we get some attention or something. I don't know.
Shout out to Facebook. Hell, I don't know. I'm trying to find this actual video. Y'all know we post so much stuff in the group. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? I know where it is. I did send it to you, Lavelle.
You sent me like twice. You sent me 2 of them like back to back.
Yeah, here you go. I got you. I'm finna go on here and cue that John up. Hold on. But y'all think about that question. Top of the morning to you, Craig. Y'all think about that question, man. How is it that another man can be more intentional with your woman than you? How is it? How does that even happen? What you think, Lavelle?
I already said it. No attention. No attention. I'm still looking to see how this happened.
I'm finna add this to the screen. Matter of fact, I want this to be a whole screen.
Her nails. How is it that another man can notice the way that dress fits on her, the brown in her eyes? Brothers, I need you to hear me. Affection, it's an emotional connection. How do I connect more affectionately with her? Pay attention. You have to be intentional. You can't just sit back and in a very nonchalant way just let her pass you by. No, whatever you stop paying attention to, you lose passion for. I'm going to be more intentional towards the affection that I show towards you. How?
I don't know what you did.
Way that dress fits on her, the brown in her eyes. Brothers, I need you to hear me. Affection, it's an emotional connection. How do I
Is it true y'all broke up over Jennifer Lopez?
What's going on?
Y'all, I can't hear nothing. Okay. They said they can hear you, Lavelle. So, okay.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
All right.
How is it that another man on Instagram at the gas station can notice her nails? How is it that another man can notice the way that dress fits on her, the brown in her eyes? Brothers, I need you to hear me. Affection, it's an emotional connection. How do I connect more affectionately with her? You pay attention. You have to be intentional. You can't just sit back and in a very nonchalant way, just let her pass you by. No, whatever you stop paying attention to, you lose passion for. Starting today, I'm going to be more intentional towards the affection that I show towards you. How is it that another man on Instagram at the gas station can...
Okay, so how, Lavelle? How does that happen?
He just did it. You got to be intentional, Doc. You got to, so like you said, you got to see those little small things. It's the small details.
And it's crazy to me, bro. Like this is crazy. Like I literally don't understand how or why this even happens. Like, well, I really do. I think it all goes back to what we've been saying. Communicate some more, communicate.
Well, it's the world that we live in as well, Doc, because when you really think about it, especially when you're like, if you're married and you have, small children, you work a job, and don't add in there that you do anything else like a certain hobby or a business, all of your time is designated to whatever you got going on, your job, your career. And then if you got anything else going on, add church into it or whatever the case may be. And then you come home and you don't leave your job at home or you're on social media, or you just, watching your favorite sitcom or whatever the case may be. And before you know it, y'all ain't paid each other no attention. And you ain't being intentional about nothing that you're doing. Put your phone down.
You saying it go both ways.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess I'm focusing more on men because I feel like as leaders, we should initiate that. And then I think if we initiate that, then the women will start to follow suit with being intentional as well. That's kind of, I mean, we both should be doing it, but if we never do it, if we never be intentional in our noticing them and paying attention to them, how do we expect if we supposed to be the leaders? How do we expect so we're not leading by example?
Well, it's a thing to the point to where I understand that point, that aspect of it, but also at the same time, I think both parties are responsible in this pursuit because a lot of times men take the short end of the stick just because we put that whole thing under where we wear this cape sometimes, and sometimes we become secluded and isolated. And a lot of times that's probably one of the main reasons why we don't do that what we're supposed to do, because sometimes I think the women, they expect it out of us to do to them, but we don't get it in return.
And that's why I'm saying you just said it. They expect that out of us, so we should take the lead and lead that and do it, and then in return we should also respect it.
Yeah,
or expect it. We should also expect it. If I come into the room butt naked with new boots on and ask you how I look, you should notice more than my boots. That's a good damn point, Monica. So if I walk into the room butt naked out of the shower, lay across the bed, you should notice it and know that I want to get some. Even if I look a hot mess, you better compliment how sexy my knees look or something. I just threw my little plug in there. So did.
Wow.
Monk said, good morning. Don't get too comfortable. Also, for both in relationship, you can begin to take each other for granted. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I got another video. Let me
Craig sometimes Craig says it's too much to type for him. What did Andrea mean? Andrea said sometimes men be jealous of his woman too.
What?
Interesting.
Wow. Jealous of his woman?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
We be jealous of our women?
I don't know. Maybe so. Yeah, I think this dude here gonna say more so what I was saying. If this one you finna share.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. You know, I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, you know, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, you know, putting more effort, you know, the same way I did, you know, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, you know, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, you know, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, you know, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. You know, the people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. You know, and that's what I want to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. You know, I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Thank you.
Now, let me say this before I ask you what you're feeling. I think he said some things that might have mattered to you, but guess what? He didn't really tell you nothing you didn't already know. See, ladies, when you're looking for closure, you really already know. You're the most brilliant people in the world. I don't know why when it's over, all of a sudden y'all act like y'all don't know nothing. You know everything because you have intuition. So I think now, how you feel right now, Lakeisha?
Well, like you said, I already knew it, but it just hurts just to hear from the source. But it's definitely going to help me move on.
Well, see, look, it can't hurt.
So this is the plight of a lot of men. I'm talking about a lot of men. Like we really sometimes we be pushing hard to get y'all, and y'all every time we pushing forward, y'all pushing backwards. But then, and I can say this, you know, me and too, we sometimes do this, that until it's too late. Just like for that situation for her, it's too late.
Yeah.
He didn't move on. Like I tried, and marriage was off the table because every time I was, you know, coming forward, you pushing back. But now you realize that you lost a good man. But I done moved on to the next bro who's finna reap the benefits that you could have been having. And you know, I can say that same goes for, you know, men as well, in terms of, you know, how they don't pay attention to the woman until it's too late. And that's why I kind of brought this up about being more intentional, because we tend to take each other. I think Monica said it best, that we tend to take each other for granted because we think we know each other, and we just kind of, you know, pass up on the little small things. A lot of times we look over the little small things, but that goes both ways, man.
So let me ask you this, Tony, because we talk about emotional intelligence a lot, and a lot of the times your upbringing plays a part in your emotional intelligence. If you've been around it, if you've viewed it, if you saw it, and you also got to work on it yourself as well. So with that being said, just on the other side of it, could some people actually be emotional unintelligent rather?
Yes.
That's a
lot of it. So
right.
I was thinking this morning, man, you know, we talk about communication and communication being a key, but it's another key component in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called self-awareness.
Yes.
If you're not self-aware
mm-hmm.
to the point where you understand that how you work, your inner work is self, you're not gonna be intentional when it comes to your mate, because you're not even self-aware.
Mm.
So it starts at home, so to speak. It starts with you. You become self-aware of your existence and who you are, and then you'll start to become more intentional and aware of your mate. But if you're not self-aware, because, you know, we have it's a lot of people are emotionally unintelligent because they don't really understand emotional intelligence. And so, for one, they don't even know how to display their own emotions. And a lot of that comes from self-awareness as well, like just being self-aware and understanding, you know, who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Do unto him as you want unto you. I get the totality of it, but in this particular instance, I'm gonna say no. I get the totality of your statement, but
what did Craig drop out? Craig said, I think sometimes in some
situations, not all situations, in that men often get tired of being I guess he said intentional, when sometimes he doesn't get half of the attention in return. Some women want men to be that intentional, but in return, they don't initiate sex or even give the man some when he wants it. To men, appreciation is respect. Respect is our love language. Okay. I got one more for y'all, man. Let me play this other one. Yeah.
We have to do that lights call.
You do get the man you want. You're not even prepared to take care of him, because every woman want a good man until it's time to be a good woman. Y'all want a king, but y'all not king size. Ooh. Every woman ain't fit for a king. Ooh. You're not even king size. You don't even know how to make him feel 10 feet tall. Yeah. And then when that man's love cup is on E and he begins to act funny, they project. Yeah. Women are not romantic. Y'all want romance, but y'all not romantic in general. True. What happens when you do get the man you want? You're not even prepared to take care of him, because every woman want a good man until it's time to be a good woman. Y'all want a king, but y'all not king size. Ooh. Every woman ain't fit for a king. Ooh. You're not even king size. You don't even know how to make him feel 10 feet tall. Yeah. And then when that man's love cup is on E and he begins to act funny, they project. Yeah. Women are not romantic. Y'all want romance, but y'all not romantic in general. True. What happens when you do get the man you want? You're not even
Bro, I had to play that twice.
Mm-hmm.
So, women, let me ask a sub question. Women, do you guys feel like you are romantic? Because he made a good key point that y'all want a romantic man, but y'all not even romantic. Y'all want a king, but you don't know how to treat a king. Or you don't know how to be a queen to the king. The Veil over there researching.
No, somebody texting me. That's all.
So, women, do you think that you guys are romantic? It sure don't fit me. I'm a romantic person, genuinely. Okay, all right. If I ask all the men in your life, do you think they would answer that the same? Just like the game of chess, the queen protects the king. I mean, all that stuff sound good, man. It sounds good as hell. But what is the reality of it, though? What's the reality of it? It sounds good. What is the reality of it? I mean, it sounds really good. So if men are, if we are more intentional, or if we try to be more intentional, what is the, yes, Tony, but it also has to be reciprocated. Well, that's what we're saying. Like, so if we are intentional in what we're doing, so we're intentional, we are, we're noticing things about you, we're saying it, but it's like you said, it's not being reciprocated, Andrea. Now what? Right?
Yeah.
If it's not being reciprocated, if we're being intentional, we're noticing you, we're telling you this, we're saying all these things, we're noticing how beautiful your eyes are today, how the eyelashes that you put on are enhancing your eyes, how the wig that you just put on is making you, giving me them vibes, if that dress you got on is fitting them hips, if we're noticing all these things, but you ain't said 2 words to us. One of the things I like about my wife, man, my wife loved pictures. She loved to document, like take pictures, like I don't care what we doing. Oh, let me take some pictures. I gotta get some pictures. I get to get these pictures of memories. But when she take pictures of me, I notice on all her posts, my handsome this, she's very complimentary and she's very, what I'm saying, she always that, So, and I think she's intentional about that. I do, for the most part. Do I think, I asked the question about women, are you guys really romantic? So do I think my wife is romantic? I think she has elements of romance. But I say the same about me. And so maybe in that instance of the romance or romantic or whatever, I think we're both giving off what we put in. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I think too what happens is a lot of the times, especially in the social media age that we live in, what work in your house may not work in mine, and what's considered romantic to one individual may not be necessarily romantic to the other individual. So you got to find that sweet spot, what works for you, because sometimes stuff can just come off like overbearing. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing some relationships, and I be like, man, this don't seem real what y'all doing. It may seem real to them, I don't know, but sometimes it's just like, come on, bro, y'all ain't doing all that. Y'all probably fight like hell at home. Get the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when it's genuine. You know what I'm saying?
And now, you know, because you said it and Andrea just said it, you know, romanticism comes in a lot of forms.
Right.
And so I guess so if I think about it in that terms, I'm gonna say then me and my wife are, because we walk through the house all the time. We showing each other affection, kissing on each other, hugging. You know, when Pepper let us hug on each other, kiss on. We was just when we were in St. Louis. Yeah. So we were sitting in Applebee's, and I just reached out and grabbed her hand, holding her hand, and then we just, you know, came across the table, kiss each other. You know what I'm saying? So didn't nobody tell us to do that. We wasn't doing it for a picture. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You know. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it's
just a little subtle stuff like that. You know,
it just got to come from a genuine place. I just think sometimes you can like me and Don. We ain't always touch it, feel it, kiss it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she leave, and sometimes I leave, but we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes some women, I may need to duck when I say this. Some women are, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to use spoiled because that's so simple. But some women,
that's what Monica said. Monica Ingram says she's spoiled and she likes to spoil her man. So,
right. But now it's another word that I'm looking for. They overly expect out of men. I think sometimes, not all women, but sometimes some women think that they deserve more because they are a woman. I love to adore my woman. I love to, you know, bring that aspect of, like you said, you know, make sure that she feels like I'm being attentive to her. But I think sometimes some women, depending on, you know, they be over the top.
So let me ask you a question. So when you generally pick up something like that in the early stages of maybe trying to date a person, so, and if you know that's how the person is, and you know you think they're overly, why would you continue to go down that road when you know that?
That's a good question.
I'm just asking. Okay, let me get to some of these comments. Craig said those comments and acknowledging really goes a long way. Andrea said romantic comes in a lot of different forms for me. Mel Max said, good morning, all. You won't be able to if you're not intentional. I see and hear about a lot and want a quality established woman. Phyllis said, I think in so many relationships that it has been so much game playing, you really have a hard time believing some things. It's really a personal experience between couples. Okay. Yeah. Craig said it comes in many forms, but the mate has to feel it regardless of the way it comes. Andrea said privileged.
Privileged. That's the word I was looking for right there. Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah. Monica Ingram said, in my world, spoiled is well loved. Okay. Monica May says some women need more attention than others because of past relationships experience. That means they ain't healed yet. So they ain't healed. They haven't completely healed yet. And so to get into a relationship and you haven't completely healed and to over expect because you haven't healed, that's not fair to that man. Especially when you say because of past relationships and experiences. So you haven't healed.
That's heavy.
Yeah, you haven't healed. And we talk about this all the time, that you got to love self, you got to take care of self. And if you've been in relationships that have broken you, whatever kind of relationship, whether it was a personal relationship with a family member, whatever it was that has broken you, heal from that before you jump into a new relationship, or you jump into something else. Heal from that. Try to get some healing from that, because all you're gonna do is take all that baggage into that new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody want to deal with your mess. To be honest, nobody wants to really deal with your mess.
So in that process of being healed, how much do we play a part in helping that person heal?
I think we play a huge part in it. You know, we play a huge part. Well, I take that back. The healing part comes from them and them seeking whatever help they need to heal. From our perspective, now, if we were the ones that caused the hurt and that person chose to stay in their relationship, then we have a duty to help them and be there for them as they go through that healing.
Okay.
If we're the ones that caused that hurt, you know. But if that hurt was caused in past relationships, then they shouldn't even be in a relationship with us. Now, if that trauma was that they didn't even realize, like we talk about how kids have trauma from, and they don't even realize that it was trauma until they think back and say, man, but they already in a relationship now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I think at that point, it's up to the person in the relationship to say, I acknowledge that you have experienced some childhood trauma. You're just really realizing that this childhood trauma that you experience is what's really affecting you. You ever decide to get some help and counseling. I want to be there for you. I want to either go to counseling with you or at least be there for you so I can understand how. Because sometimes we can go to counseling with that person. That counselor can tell us how we can help that person to navigate, get through whatever this trauma that they're going through. So I think it really, really just depends on. She said, broken people tend to break people. Oh my God.
You was talking and I was listening to that. They said how hurt people, but did she put it in another context?
Yeah, broken people tend to break people. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you were hurt in a past relationship and you were hurt in a past relationship, try to heal from that before moving on to a new relationship. Right. Now, if this was a childhood trauma that you experienced and you didn't even realize it, because you going from these relationship to relationship and you trying to figure out what's going on, and then somebody finally helps you, well, man, you experienced some emotional trauma for you. So now, if I'm your mate and I know that now you finally recognize or realize this, I may try to go to the therapy with you so I can help you navigate through this process and be able to do my part in helping you is all I'm saying.
Right.
But if this person comes into a relationship broken from a past relationship and expect for me to help, that shouldn't be my responsibility.
Yeah.
We play a part, but it's not our job to heal them. I just said it. Heal them on any hurt that came before us. But as men, to be protectors, we often times try to heal them, not understand that sometimes we hurt ourselves in the process. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we back on this. We back on this hurt thing, man. I think. Can I be this totally honest and transparent with y'all this morning? Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of relationships are not working today because of 1, communication. 2, as I mentioned earlier, we're not self-aware first. 3, we dealing with a lot of hurt people because people are not healing from relationships and they're just jumping from relationship to relationship. And the last one, we are emotionally unintelligent. And if we work on those 4 things, I think we can really finally start to really understand relationships, move better in relationships, and be able to navigate better through relationships, be able to appreciate our mates, be able to communicate with our mates, be able to be intentional with I mean, all of that, bro.
So let me ask you this: do you think some people intentionally harbor the hurt, hold on to the hurt for the extra attention? Like, cry wolf, if you will, just
play
so
victim.
They
They love
victim.
being a victim. Yeah, there's some people out there like that. Like
Mhm.
they are sick individuals. They love to be the victim. They love the attention, and if being the victim gets them the attention, then that's what they're gonna do.
Wow,
It's people out there like that, and that's a sickness.
it's dangerous too.
Yeah. You remember
my sympathy and my empathy.
You remember the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
Yep.
That woman was hurt, bro, and she was used to being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And when she got with Martin Lawrence, and he showed her a little love, she like, oh, this is my man now, And then when she couldn't have and control and do everything with him, she turned back to that person she really was anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That victim person.
I think too, man, what we have to realize is that this love thing and relationship thing is an art. And a lot of times I think what happens is we try to color in the lines a lot of times, and it ain't pretty like that.
You said it's an art?
It's an art. It's an art form. I mean, it's a canvas, if you will. When you walk into that thing, it's a blank canvas. And I think a lot of times we try to make this pretty picture, but sometimes you're gonna color outside the lines. One thing about art, especially when it's abstract art, you got a lot of abstract art is very valuable. To you, you look like, man, it look like some bull crap. But some of the most expensive art don't look like art. It don't look like this something should be expensive. So it's a thing of to where you got to be able to take that canvas and make it what you want it to be.
Okay. I'll take that analogy. I'll take that. Because
that was fresh out the press too, though. You know what I mean? I just was thinking like,
flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you. Especially the part that got me was we color outside the line, and that's what's gonna happen on a lot of times. If we're considering love as an art form like you, a lot of times we're gonna be way outside the lines color.
Right. But it's beauty beyond the line sometimes, Doc.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like your kids. Your kids are color, they be riding, they coloring, and they all outside the line. They bring to you. You say, "Oh, this is so beautiful! It's going up on the refrigerator."
Right, because you don't want to crush them.
Because to you, it is beautiful.
Right.
Because your child creator. So I like the analogy. Yeah, I like that.
Craig said, I remember when my little brother said, my wife makes me feel safe. I provide and lead, but when I need to be sheltered, I go to her, and all I could say is, wow. As a big brother, I got emotionally happy for my little brother because it's not often men can say that. I totally agree.
Man, that's beautiful. That he recognizes that she is his safe space. And that, look, y'all, women, just like y'all want to be protected, man, sometimes we need protecting ourselves. And a lot of times we need the protection from ourselves.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
And this is why I say that, because sometimes we go do. Every time somebody calls us, we run, we help, we do, and sometimes my wife has to say, babe, you got to sit down. You got to get some rest. You tired. You need to, you see what I'm saying? We need protecting from ourselves sometimes.
Yeah, it just happened to me like here probably about a month ago. I was getting ready to take another night to do a night at a spot not too far from the house. And Don was like, no, man, for what? I mean, it ain't even making sense. I mean, you got enough going on as it is. we ain't heard for nothing. Sit your head down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and I listen.
You get like if your woman really knows you, man, or your man really knows you, he knows when you like wore out, tired, you done had enough, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
And my wife can look at me, she know when I'm like tired, like, baby, you good, just go sit down. You don't go lay down, go to sleep, you know. Get you some
the
rest.
night I was gonna take it was gonna be a Monday. So like this weekend. So literally we did the midweek service Wednesday. I did Thursday the Vineyard. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was at the guest house. So if I would have had that Monday night, I would have been going almost 6 days straight. No, doc.
Yeah. I say any woman, she said pay attention. I say any woman that is aware of your fatigue loves you. And vice versa. Like you should know like when your woman is feeling discouraged, depressed. How many man, this was so many months ago when I said my wife got about 7 gears.
Yeah, you should have said it.
And I know how she responds to certain things, how she act. I know those gears. And that's because for once, I know my wife. I've learned my wife over a period of time. I know when something's going on. She can sense when something's going on me, that women's intuition, whatever. She can sense it. Like if I don't necessarily say I'm tired or whatever, she can sense it. And she'll say, I know Craig often says, man, if that woman intuition actually work, how come they don't know when you jacked up? What bothers me, facts, Craig, facts. Anissa says, what bothers me is society has made it unrealistic for a man to show his vulnerable side, but realistic men have feelings and emotions. Come on in here, Anissa.
We say it all the time, doc. We say it all the time. We miss sis comment. Did you read that? Y'all don't think you read one comment?
Where is it?
It's up right before Craig said bar.
Let's see.
Monica Ingram comment.
No, I read that.
I
think maybe I read it in my head. It's so many people listening and seeing what others are and aren't doing in their relationships. Quickly to say, I'm not getting married or in a relationship, just staying foot. Now, I actually read it, but I think you was talking probably what I read. Anyway, just staying footloose and fancy free. So I think that's man. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes a person can make. And that is sitting back, looking at somebody else's relationship and trying to judge how your relationship gonna be.
I just said about 5 times ago. Yeah, I totally agree.
Like you are. If I base my relationship off what Lavelle and Dunn do, that's crazy. That's ludicrous.
Yeah. And granted, it may be some small snippets or nuggets in there that those couples may have that, you know, that just happen to like
it's in common,
yeah, but you know, it ain't always like, no, you can't go, it ain't cookie cut.
No,
by no means.
Nah, bro. Man, this weather, my science has been kicking my butt,
bruh, and it just come all of a sudden. It don't even, you know, heads up. It just boom.
Right. No, I don't. Craig said people don't even know their mates good enough to date to know behavior changes to indicate when something is wrong. I agree. Again, it starts with self-awareness. If you're not self-aware, you're not understanding how you work, how you move, how you navigate through life. You ain't gonna understand your mate or notice your mate or none of that. That is the most unrealistic I've ever heard. Yeah, Andrea. Because they're not listening. You got people out here, man, that's looking through, peeping through everybody else's window, a relationship window, saying, okay, they marriage ain't working. Oh, they don't. No, I ain't getting married. That's crazy. But it is a lot of people say that. I ain't getting married because I see everybody else around. They stuff ain't working. They doing what they want to do anyway. But what about the hundreds of thousands of marriages and relationships that are working?
Right.
We got two right here. I've been married 32 years this year. Lavelle been married 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
What about the relationships that are working?
Right. I think too, man, that we don't value how things are architected, if you will, are made. Just like let's use this for an example. Like you love movies. You since I've known you, you'll probably get off the live now and go watch a movie. That's just who you are, and I noticed that about you.
I love movies now.
When you when folks are buying DVDs like that, you probably still get 3,000 DVDs. But anyway, a movie, we see the completion of the movie. Well, we don't see the total details that goes into that movie. That producer has probably said take 2, take 3, take 5, take 6, how many times, but we don't see that in the movie because the movie has been put together. In marriage and in a relationship, there's a lot of takes. I got to take from her, and she got to take from me.
And the thing about marriage is, in movies, at the end of the movie, you see the credits. You see all the people that worked on that movie. In the marriage relationship, you don't see them credits.
Come on. I'm finna go, Doc. It's over with.
Nigga, I spit up. Now that's boss. Whoa. People knows their mate, but don't understand them. That's that. I just said it. They unemotional, emotional, unintelligent,
and unavailable.
Ooh, bro, I gotta get out of here, bro. Y'all killing me. Marcus said, "Okay, man, y'all on to something, man. Yeah, kudos. I loved being married. I just wasn't with the right person for me. But you know, we have to continue. And I like the fact, Monica Ingram, because I got Monica Mays, my boo, and Monica Ingram. I like the fact that, Monica, you haven't, just because your marriage didn't work, you haven't given up on love or trying to find the right person finding you.
Right.
That's what I love about you. And listening to your comments and all that stuff. It's crazy that some people will have a bad relationship. Some people have 3 or 4 bad relationships, but never think about why I had those bad relationships. Why was those relationships bad? If I have 4 bad relationships in a row, I'm starting to look in the mirror and say, okay, that first relationship, that okay. Second relationship, that looked the same like the first one. That third relationship, man, that looked just like the first 3. Therefore,
it's a pattern.
It's a pattern. And if it's a pattern, it's a problem. And it's a problem. I'm probably at the head of the problem. But we don't want to take. Craig uses this word all the time. Accountability.
Yep.
We don't want to take accountability.
I think too, and I don't know if there's gonna be a part 2 or not. I think too, man, and you do have to take accountability and responsibility for everything. But I do believe that in the world, if you will, like everything is energy, right?
Right.
So when you look at, like, especially like with the social media and music currently, back when we was growing up, bro, the music was the soundtrack of your life, for your relationship. You used to be able to get on the phone and play a song, and if you wanted to get the girl, you didn't have to say nothing. The song did it. So, like, when you look at R&B music and love music and stuff is not even nowhere close to where it used to be. Love is an energy, and it ain't where it used to be. So at one time, love was an energy that was so high, but like now it's like almost non-existence.
Because we've heard people say this on live too. Love is an action word, and you know, we don't know how to match the action with the energy.
You keep on going.
I gotta get out of here. People, Craig said people today feel entitled to relationships and marriages from 20, 30 years ago. From 20, 30 years ago was organic if people actually like putting in work to give their mate understanding, transparencies, and true love. I'm looking forward to being married one day. I'm just healing right now. I don't care if I'm 60, just getting married. Man, yeah. Just getting married for the first time. I'm doing it. That's right, Andrea. But I love the fact that you're taking time to go through your healing process because you don't want to be married and project anything onto that marriage. And when you do find a man, he's gonna be the perfect man for you. I feel like that. Azon said facts. Anissa said, stop making your marriage a project. People are imperfect, but we try to make them perfect. Woo!
That's what I was saying earlier. You gotta be. Hey, look, you gotta cut outside the lines, bro. This is exactly what this is a great analogy, man. Like for real, like it ain't gonna be peaches and cream all the time. It's just not gonna be there.
Yeah.
It just ain't.
And I think
it ain't no Hallmark movie. This ain't no damn no. Mm-mm.
This ain't no Hallmark movie. But I think when we move past and realistically have realistic expectations and goals of our mates, understand our mate, understand and have grace, knowing that we're not perfect and that we're all striving to be better, and that if you truly see them striving to be better and change, it ain't gonna be you look. I just told y'all I've been married for 32 years this year in November. Next month, 32 years. If I told you that all 32 years have been perfect, y'all would look at me and say, get the out of here, Bill Cosby. Cosby Show. It hasn't. It has. We have had to work on it. We've had some good days. We've had some bad days. We've had some horrible days. But our good days, we've learned to allow our good days to outweigh our bad days.
But that's again, and I'm just a content type guy. We take that word perfect and misconstrue it anyway. Perfect don't mean without blemish. Perfect means to be established. So today, our thought process and our goal was to get on StreamYard and go live on Facebook. Once we continue this and we say it's done, it's perfect. That was established. When the Italian cook get through cooking his Italian dish, he says perfecto.
Perfecto.
So I mean, anyway.
All right. Monica Ingram said, love is a beautiful thing. Stay in your lane, follow your heart, and not listen to anyone else but God. Okay. Andrew said, right, Tony, thank you. Azon said, I want my first marriage to be my only marriage. True. Craig said, facts, bro, same here. Azon said, people want weddings, but not the marriage.
I tell my clients it all the time.
Right. Age ain't nothing but a number. Monica Ingram says. Craig said, that's why I'm going to the courthouse. Azon said, it's some bitter married people too. It is. Absolutely. But I think okay. We don't want to talk about them bitter people. It's something out there though. Life is too short. Gone in the vapor. Get who gets you. I love that. Get who gets you. All right, I gotta go.
You
part two?
Yeah,
part two.
Like...
Huh?
Yep. I believe so.
Right. I love a 60s and 70s song and tell my husband love me like the 70s OJ's love song.
You get it. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's continue this conversation over in the Two Men in Hats community with our now 200 members.
I don't know.
More about leaps and bounds. Let's continue the conversation over there, and then we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow and see if we can add some more. I'm pretty sure Lavelle will have some research. We can add a little bit more context to why we should be intentional with our mates. So we're gonna change it from just being men intentional. We're gonna say just intentional with our mates, period, because we think men and women should both be intentional. I was trying to help y'all out this morning, women, but I just kept going back to the men. We just kept because for a relationship to work, it takes two. One person can't just make the relationship work. It takes two.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna switch that up and say, being intentional with our mates and being able to show them how much we love and appreciate them for who they are, and a part of that who they are is growth. Now them growing periodically and changing and becoming better. So Monica May said marriage is not all peaches and cream, but it's so worth it. Build, grow, and glow. Yes, ma'am. All right. You got a close remarks, Bill?
No, I don't really. I'm tired here.
Okay. Well, go get you some sleep, brother. I'm gonna pray us out. God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for another opportunity. We thank you for looking beyond all of our faults and seeing our needs. We pray now for all of our listeners and viewers that you will grant them their heart's desire. We pray for Lavelle, oh God, that you would grant him peace, rest. Oh God, that you would touch his family in a special way. Look upon me and my family, God. Continue to bless only like you can. And God, we thank you. We love you. It's in Jesus' name we pray and ask these things. Thank God. Amen. Look, let me give some quick shout outs. Shout out to all of the people who have given, who have blessed us with proceeds to get tents. We're still nowhere where we want to be in terms of our tents, but we are growing. And so I wanted to acknowledge those people who have blessed and given. Of course, Monica and I have purchased 15 tents. Miss Gwen Powell has given $85 towards tents. Andrea Douglas has given $40 towards tents. Miss Janice Keys, 15 towards tents. Clarence Clater, brother-in-law, 20 towards tents. Miss Loretta Poindexter has given 100 towards tents. And we have a lot of other people who have committed to just buying tents. So we want to shout you out, guys. We still know where we want to be in terms of the tents. Our goal is 80 to 100 tents. If just the 200 people that's now in our group, each person would buy one tent, that's 200 tents. Lavelle, we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be there. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, shout out to breast cancer awareness. Lavelle and I are wearing our pink. We've been wearing our pink. I've been wearing just about all month. We got a few more days to wear our pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. For those who have survived the struggle, who continue to recognize it, those who are currently in the struggle, and those who succumb to the struggle of breast cancer, we want to keep their memory alive. So we thank you guys. We love you. We appreciate it. We'll see you in the morning, same bad time,
same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
Here's the 2 Men in Hats podcast. Let's talk about it. Every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday is the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook. It's the podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Men in Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.